you would never get me. You stink, you funky, you ain't got no business. You ain't even selling no cars. You don't even have no cars.
Back up on the move, touchdown in my hometown, got nothing to lose. I am on my own now, I am in control now. Ain't need you to go now, I can fix my own crown. Back up on my move.
Hey y'all, it's TheBreeze and you've been plugged into the Breeze lifestyle. If this not your first time here, you already know we locked in, friend. Either way, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you want to support your girl, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see more of me, then follow me on Instagram and TikTok at TheBreeze Lifestyle 777. So y'all, we're gonna get straight into the story time. This is a part 2 of Uncle Daddy and his fake car business because, yeah. Anyway, so I left y'all off where, mind you, I'm bulk recording, so I literally just recorded this video. And I'll probably give it to y'all back to back. I don't know. But anyway, so I left off when he was telling me he do other things. So I'm just like, okay, you know, like what other things? So he was telling me like, you know, he be needed photographers sometimes for the pictures, and he just need more help being organized. So he need an assistant for real. That's really what he needs, is an assistant. So I'm like, okay, well, how about I change roles, because I'm not really feeling like this is necessarily working for me. I change roles and I can be your assistant, and I can, you know, help you be organized, help you with the phone calls, help you with those type of things, because I just don't understand why I'm the salesperson if you're making sales. But Ditsy can be the salesperson because you're saying that you still need a salesperson. So she was like, okay, cool. Like, that'll work out. But before I can make you my assistant, I'm going to need you to meet my business partner. Business partner? When did you have a business partner? We ain't never talking about no business partner. I've been doing this for at least 2 months now. No sale. No nothing. Got $100 and a half of a shrimp and chicken pasta from TGI off of this deal. So I'm like, okay, cool. Now, mind you, I'm still on Craigslist trying to find stuff. I don't know if he hacked my system and took away all the good things. No, he didn't. But it was nothing on Craigslist that I was willing to do. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I reach out to Ditsy and I'm asking her like how she, because I haven't really talked to her that much at this time. And I'm asking her if she's been having luck on Craigslist, and she was like, no, like I really haven't. So I was telling her about Uncle Daddy and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So she's like, okay, cool. So like I said, he said before I can be his assistant, I have to meet his business partner. So I'm like, all right, cool. So he's like, yeah, you know, we can just go out for drinks and da-da-da. I was like, well, I don't really drink. Because at this time, I didn't really drink, but I'm definitely not drinking with you. Like, I'm not drinking with you. He was like, all right, well, cool. I can drink and you can eat. You got me on at eat. Okay, cool. Where are we going? TGI Fridays. All right, cool. We can go to TGI's. So we go to TGI Fridays, and I got there a little late. So when I get there, you know how TGI Fridays has like, I don't know if it's all TGI's, but it's like near the bar. It's like a booth, but on the other side of it, it's like just chairs. So cool. I get there. Y'all, they already eating. They already eating. And it seems good for me because, baby boy, Uncle Daddy, go ahead and eat your own food, because I don't want you eating my food, because I want to take my food home with me. And whatever I don't eat, I want it to be mine because it's mine. So anyway, so I get there, and y'all, when I tell you, what we gonna name him? Hunchback. We gonna name him Hunchback of Notre Dame, because this man, I thought Uncle Daddy was weird looking. This man they both gave Geek Squad. They gave, like, they was bullied as children, grew up, and, you know, like, yeah, this man was so ugly, and he was so, like, if this is a business meeting, why are you dressed like you're about to do laundry at the laundromat? Like, I don't know, they both was just giving, ugh, like, I was just like, okay, it's not about that. So I get up, Uncle Daddy get up, he give me a hug, one of them type of hugs, and I'm just like, eh. So then I reach out to give Hunchback a handshake. He gets up, hold my hand, and pull me close to him, and he hugged me too. And I'm just like, oh, what is going on? Not y'all trying to pass me around, like, oh, So I'm just like, hey, sorry for being late, you know, whatever. So I'm sitting down. He like, you hungry? you told me we was coming here to eat, so you know I'm hungry. Yeah. He was like, what you getting? The same thing as last time? I said, I don't know. Let me look at the menu. Knowing I already looked at the menu, and yes, I'm getting the same thing as last time, hoping that I can have my own food. But this time I didn't get the mozzarella sticks. They already had mozzarella sticks, and there was only one left, and he offered it to me. And no, y'all been huffing and puffing and blowing all on this food. I don't want none of that. No, I'll get my own. But I got the, what is it called? The Jack Daniel's chicken as my appetizer. And then I got my shrimp Alfredo. So when that Jack Daniel's chicken came out, when I tell you both of them, fork forward to, yo, like y'all already got food, and why do y'all think that y'all could? Because that Jack Daniel's, yeah, I got it as an appetizer, but I thought I seen 3 appetizers on the table that y'all didn't share, so therefore this one should be mine. Like, I could eat all of this by myself and then save the rest of my Alfredo for later. But they was, like, tearing my chicken up. I didn't even get a chance to offer them any. They were just eating it. And I'm like, oh, this is good. And I literally had, like, 5 pieces. And mind you, they, like, little. I literally had, like, 5 pieces. And I was like, we should order another one. He was like, oh, no, I don't think I can handle another one. I can. Because I didn't hardly get to handle this one. But when I was thinking that, my food came out. So I'm like, okay. So when I tell you, they probably was looking at me like I was a homeless girl and I was really hungry, because I did not want this man to reach over and touch my food. So I took my plate. I put it like half of the plate was hanging. I put it to the edge of the table, and I'm just kind of like holding the plate like, can you see me? Hold on. I'm holding the plate like this and like eating like, Cause we really wasn't talking about nothing. They was just eating their food. So I'm like, okay, it's time for me to eat my food. I'm holding the edge of the plate. I got it so close to my chest, I'm about to spill it on myself. And I'm just like, this is good. Like, And he asked me like, can I taste some? I'm like, Uncle Daddy, you know what this tastes like. You had it last time. I said, I'm really hungry. Y'all, because they had burgers. They had a smorgasbord over there. I'm like, y'all got y'all food. Like, I'm hungry. I'm going to eat all of this. He's like, oh, I was just wondering because you wasted it last time. You're the reason I wasted it, because you put your dirty fork inside my food. Like, what are you talking about? So, finally, I'm like getting into my food, and I feel like they was almost done. So they was like, all right, let's get down to business. Tell me why you want her on the team. That's what Hunchback said. And I'm just like, do you see me? Like, look at you and look at us. It's like, nah, but why you think he want me on the team? And I was like, oh, I was about to say something. He was like, because she's a good worker. I've been talking to her. She's really dedicated. She's going to bring us good business. And he was like, how many cars you sold? I was like, none. Oh, like, what have you done? Nothing. Like, nothing. I haven't done nothing, because your partner is giving me nothing. So you could tell that Hunchback was more of the numbers person. And I feel like Uncle Daddy was more of like he's doing the worker stuff. So I'm just like, he said that he needed somebody to take pictures. I'm a little mini photographer, and he wants somebody to help him be organized, because his office was nice, but it was like, I don't want to say messy, but things weren't really giving organization. So I'm like, I did try to do the car selling thing, and I really, wasn't able to do that. But I have a homegirl who has experience in selling cars, and she's down to go whenever y'all ready. He like, so you trying to bring somebody else on? Like, so he looking at Uncle Daddy. Uncle Daddy like, yes. Like, yes. If she look anything like her, yes. Because that's how he talked. He talked like this, like he had something in his throat. If she look anything like her, yes. So when he said that, I'm like, wait, what do that have to do with anything? I said I was thinking it, but I said it out loud. And he was like, I love pretty women around me. So I'm just like, where is this going, bro? I'm just thinking to myself, like, where is this going? What do you mean you love pretty women around you? But I'm just like, okay, cool. So he was like, he looked at Hunchback. He was like, you don't like pretty women around you? You don't like pretty women around you? And Hunchback was like, I don't like to be around your ugly ass for too long. So I really felt like I was sitting around a table with my drunk uncles because they was drinking and I was just cracking up. So I'm just like, okay, I was cool. It was a little weird, but I'm like, all right, cool, because he was telling me for the assistant position, like I would get a certain amount every week. And it was like $150 a week. So I'm like, all right, cool. That's decent to me. So, all right, cool. So we get through that and we just talking, and he was like, because he heard me calling him Uncle Daddy or whatever, and he was like, oh, what you gonna call me? What you gonna call me? This was Hunchback saying. I was like, I'm gonna call you Hunchback, because that was his name. And he was like, oh, I don't get no special name. I'm like, what is up with y'all real name? Like, what's wrong with your name? I'm like, oh, it's not special. Like, that's what he just asked me to call him. And he was like, well, I want you to call me Uncle Willie, Daddy from the Millie. Something outrageous. And I was like, no, I'm going to just call you Hunchback. I like Hunchback. And he was like, oh, okay, you like Hunchback, huh? Look at her, Uncle Daddy. She like Hunchback. Well, he said, look at her, Charles. She like Hunchback. So I'm thinking to myself, oh, he can call you Charles, but you want me to call you Uncle Daddy? Like, it was just giving me, they knew something that I didn't know. Like, I was very much out of the loop in this whole thing. And I just didn't understand why. But I'm just like, whatever. About to get paid. It is what it is. So I'm like, all right, so now that I met you, how do you like me? He was like, oh, I like you. That's what Hunchback said. I'm like, all right, cool. So, Uncle Daddy, when do I start? And I'm looking at him like, when do I start? And he was like, Hunchback was like, oh, you starting for both of us. You working for both of us. You can handle both of us. And I'm just thinking to myself, when he said you can handle both of us, it just made me feel so weird and uncomfortable. And I'm just like, handle both of y'all. I'm like, what do you mean? I said, I'm his assistant. He was like, oh, well, I need some assistance too. I said, okay, well, if you need an assistant as well, then maybe Ditsy can be your assistant. And, is it going to be the same rate? Because I want to tell her. He was like, rate? He was like, Uncle Daddy, what you paying her? And Uncle Daddy just started laughing and, whatever. And I'm just like, it's going to be $150 a week. He was like, $150 a week? What you doing? What you doing? I'm just like organizing phone calls, pictures, like the things that he don't want to do. He was like, I got some things I don't want to do. I'm tired of doing it for myself. And I'm just like, I felt like he was talking weird, but I was like, okay, well, like I said, we could all meet together with Ditsy and, we could just go from there. So he was like, yeah, I want to meet her. You got pictures of her? No, I don't got no pictures of her, but she look better than your ass. I can tell you that for sure, okay? So I'm just like, no, I don't have no pictures of her or whatever. So we got through that date. Obviously, I was on a double date with them. Like, they was, whatever. So when I hugged Uncle Daddy to leave, he hugged me too tight. Like, he hugged me too tight. Like, he was pressing himself against me. And then I went to, because obviously I knew I was going to have to give Hunchback a hug. Yeah. Why did he grab my butt? Like, I was like, oh, like, what's going on? He was like, so as soon as I said, oh, like, yo, like, I don't know if I said what's going on. I was just like, oh, what are you doing? Or something like that. And then Uncle Daddy was like, like, I don't know if he's seen what he did, but he got the vibe like, you're trying to take my girl, which I'm not his girl, but I guess that's the vibe he was getting. And he was like, and he was like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry, baby girl. And I'm just like, let me get the hell out of here because this is weird. So I called Ditsy and I'm telling her, like, I had this meeting with them. I'm going to be the assistant and you can be the salesperson and you could also be the assistant to Hunchback if you like. He didn't tell me 100% how much he was going to be paying you, but it's like, whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. I asked Uncle Daddy, like, I called him the next day. All right, Ditsy's on board. Excuse me. Ditsy's on board. When do y'all want to meet all together so we could all, like, meet each other? He was like, yeah. I'm going to have some catering to my house, and I want y'all to come over. And I'm just like, okay. Like, I felt a little weird because she had never been there. I mean, I never been to his house either, but she had never met them. So I'm like, okay. And I should have said no because I had weird vibes from them already when we was in a restaurant. But I asked her, I'm like, okay, I've been dealing with this dude for about 2 months. He is a little creepy. He was creepy in an old man type of way, but not necessarily creepy where I'm scared to be around him. So I was telling her about the weird stuff or whatever, and she was like, well, we'll be together, so I think it'll be okay. So I'm like, all right, cool. Why did we do that? Like, why? Like, why did we think that it was okay to go to a business meeting with two old grown perverts and be in a house with them? Like, why did we do that? But we did. So I meet up with her, and we actually meet there because, like I said, Ditsy lived far away from me. He lived far away from me. Like, it just only made sense for us to meet there. But we met, like, not in front of his house. We met at, like, I don't know exactly what it was, but it was like a shopping center, like, right near his house. So we met there, and then we was like, all right, we could drive there. So before we left, I'm like, do you want shmah? You want shmah? And she was like, yeah, but it's not a lot. Like, I don't want to do it a lot because I just want to be, because her job wasn't secure yet. I already knew my job was secure. I knew he knew that I puffed on trees, and I knew he did it too. So I'm just like, oh, yeah, don't worry about it, girl. I'm like, you got it. Like, but yeah, just do what you're comfortable doing. We puff, pass, and, whatever. So we get to the house, and this is my first time there. So I'm thinking to myself, like, maybe, just maybe the cars are here. Like, maybe he got his cars at his house because he can't park the cars in the parking lot of his office. It's one car there, his car, and that's it. So I'm just like, okay, this is weird. So I'm just like, whatever. So we go. I text him that I'm here. He opened the door. When I tell y'all, now mind you, from the outside of the house, it already looked old. So I'm just like, all right, he an old man. So obviously, he probably been living here for years. When we got into the house, it was like an episode of Hoarders. Literally, an episode of Hoarders. And I'm just looking around like, oh my gosh, like, what did I get us into? Because now I'm responsible for Ditsy because this was my play. So I feel like, oh my gosh, what did I get us into? And he was like, I'm sorry that, the house, and it smelled. And he was like, I'm sorry about the house. That's why I need you. That's why I need you, baby girl. And I'm just like, oh, Uncle Daddy, I got you. But I ain't cleaning no houses. He was like, if y'all work together and y'all help me clean my house, then I can give y'all $500.
So I looked at her, she looked at me, I looked at her, and she looked at me.
$250 each to clean this nasty ass house. Okay, like, we both needed money. So I'm like, all right, that might work. Mind you, the only thing that this man has given me so far is $100 and a meal and a half, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, we just need to, because it wasn't a big house. He was like, I just need help with the kitchen and the living room, because the dining room was like attached to the living room. So he basically just needed help with the downstairs. So I'm just like, okay. So we went to go look at that kitchen. I'm glad you said you was having something catered because this kitchen is disgusting, like disgusting. So I'm like, oh, where's Hunchback or whatever? And he was like, oh, he on his way. He bringing the food. I said, okay, because it's like, I thought if people catered stuff, well, that's not always true. They don't always bring it to you. But I was thinking at the time, like, okay, well, I thought you was getting catered, but all right, cool, whatever. When I tell y'all 30 minutes passed, this man keep trying to offer us some Reggie and some Tito's, and I'm just like, no, we good. We don't really drink. And he was like, you don't drink neither, I'm like, no, she don't drink, because she really was like kind of shy. So I'm just like, no, she don't drink or whatever. He was like, do you puff on a tree? And she was like, yeah, a little bit, but I've already had some, so I'm good or whatever. So he just was like, I can't do that loud stuff. I can't do that loud stuff y'all be doing. I need the Reggie. Y'all need to get to this Reggie. That loud stuff be killing you. I'm like, yeah, I can't do Reggie. I'll be asleep. Like, because I ain't about to act like I ain't never had no Reggie before. But that was back in my day when I first started. Like, no, I'm not doing no Reggie. No. I can't do that. Like, no, I'm too old for that. But anyway, so, cool. Y'all, here go Hunchback. Hunchback comes in the house. I guess he already knew the door was unlocked with 2 boxes of pizza and some wings. Not that I'm not grateful for the pizza and wings, but baby, you said catered. And I guess it was my fault because I never even asked him, like, what did you get catered or nothing. But you don't cater pizza and wings. You don't. You just don't cater pizza and wings. So I'm just like, oh, I thought you was... Oh, like I said it, but then I stopped because it's like, don't be ungrateful, like, you know, whatever. So I'm just like, oh, you can't, oh. And Hunchback was like, oh, you're not happy to see me? You're not happy to see me? Don't act like that. I'm just like, oh, hey, you know, this is my friend Ditsy. So he was like, Ditsy, get on up and give me a hug. Come on, Ditsy, you gonna be my assistant? I'm just like, this man is doing too much. Like, you could tell he's lit already. You could tell. So I'm just like, okay. He was like, come on, Uncle Charles. I keep about to call, because of course he wasn't calling him Uncle Daddy. But he was like, Charles, they ain't got no drink. Get them some drink. You ain't got no drink. You got me over here going to get the pizza and the wings like I'm the damn assistant. Why they ain't bring the pizza and the wings? And I'm just like, ugh. Bro, like, just chill. Like, I'm just thinking to myself, like, why is he doing the most? So Ditsy just like tapping me, like, and I'm just looking at her. And I'm just like, because I already told her that they was like old people weird. Like, I just told her already, and she was basically tapping me, like, yeah, I see what you mean. So he was like, Ditsy, come in this kitchen. Come help me out. Let me see how a sister you can do. So I'm like, come on, Ditsy, like, we can help her. Because I didn't want her to go by herself. But it's like, I still am trying to be like business. I still want to be like, you know. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we go and we like just getting the pizza. And why did he hug her and grab her butt? I'm like, yo, like I had to say something for her. I'm like, Hunchback, you're doing too much. Like, we're not here for that. And he was like, you're not here for that. What you here for? I said, we're here to see how we can make this dynamic work. You need an assistant. Uncle Daddy needs an assistant. Y'all need a salesperson. Y'all working in business together and y'all want somebody to help y'all. So that's what we're here for. And he just started laughing. He was like, and I'm just like, okay, like that was weird. But he was like, what you want? What you want? What you want? And I'm just like, we can get our own pizza. What do you want? Like, we'll get y'all pizza for y'all. Like, Uncle Daddy, what you want? He's like, give me 4 slices of pizza and 10 wings. I'm like, oh, that Reggie getting, so you hungry, ain't you? So I give him his for, you know, I give him his. Dissy give him her, I'm about to call him Holterback. Give what did I name him? Hunchback. He give Hunchback. I'm thinking Hunchback of Notre Dame, trying to put it all together. But she give Hunchback his food. So we get our little food and we sat down and we talking and he was like, y'all ain't drinking, y'all ain't smoking, y'all ain't doing nothing. I don't know if y'all could be my assistant. And I'm just trying to tell him, like, I'm not your assistant. Because I felt bad for Ditsy because Uncle Daddy was weird, but he was chill and weird. This man was just full-blown weird, and he was not trying to hide it for nobody. So I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm like, all right, so tell me about, like, the house. Like, how do you want the house to be organized, you know, whatever. Because it's like, we could clean it, but I don't see how it's going to be more organized. Like, his house was, like, really, like I said, a hoarder type thing. And he was just like, nah, let's not even talk about business right now. This is what Hunchback's saying. Let's not even talk about business right now. I need to know that the person I'm working with is a good, like, he didn't say vibe. I can't remember exactly what he said, but basically, like, we can vibe together. So I'm just like, okay. He was like, you ain't talking, sweetheart. Talk to me. Come here. Sit next to me. And she was like, I'm okay right here. He was like, you don't want to sit on my lap? And I'm just like, bro, like, why is he... I literally felt bad for her because this man is doing too much and nobody's stopping it. Like, nobody's stopping it. I'm trying, but Uncle Daddy ain't doing nothing. He just, like, over there stuffing his face. So I'm just like, you know, what do you want to know about her? Because you doing too much. I obviously didn't say doing too much because we wasn't even saying that back then. But I'm just like, I forgot exactly what I said. But I'm telling him, like, you're a little too extra right now. Like, he was like, listen, this is who I am. If you can't do it, you can't work for us. And I'm just like, okay. I'm just like, what you want to know? And he was like, I want to know what else you want to do. You want to assist me? You want to assist me? I need some assistance. I've been lonely for 4 years. I ain't had no action and I'm tired. My hands hurt. And when I tell you instantly, me and Ditty locked eyes. And I looked at Uncle Daddy. And he's just over there laughing. And then next thing you know, he was like, yeah, my hands hurt too. And I'm just like, no way. Like, no way. I'm like, what? Now, mind you, I know what he means, but I need to confirm that this is what you're saying. I'm like, what you mean your hands hurt? And then Hunchback was like, because I ain't getting no pussy. I got to take care of myself. If you want to assist me, I need some help. Either you can give me some pussy or you can go ahead and do this for me. And I'm just thinking to myself, how did we get here? How did we get here? Like now, when I met Hunchback, he was weird. Don't get me wrong. But never have I ever heard y'all like literally flat out just talking crazy like this. Why y'all wait until I got company here to be doing all this? I just don't get it. And then when he said that, Uncle Daddy was like, hold up, wait, hold up now, hold on now. That's mine. Who? What? The last chicken wing? What's yours? And I looked at him like, what you talking about? He was like, you mine. So if anybody getting some pussy out of you, it's gonna be me. And I just was like, hold on, like, I'm now mind you, I am a little stoned. So the whole business opportunity thing, I was trying so hard. Like, I was trying so hard to keep my composure. And all things led to what was coming. Like, I don't want to say I missed the signs. I ignored the signs that this is really what they wanted from us. That this is why we was really here. So I looked at him and I'm like, whoa, hold on. What the hell is you talking about? Because that never was on the table. What are you talking about? He was like, not on the table. I gave you $100. I'm about to take care of you. Why is it not on the table? And I left my eyes, like my eyes was on him. My eyes left him and went straight to Ditzy. And it was looking like, are you ready? Like, because I'm not about to sit here and be talked to like this. And not even that. We're in his house. Like, if we leaving, we need to go. I'm just y'all, it's funny, but it's not funny because I was furious. Like, he literally blew my high with that. And here go Hunchback, and he like, you know what you here for. Don't be acting like you all shy now. We've been whining and dining and doing all. I be looking at the receipts. I said whining and dining. We went to TGI Fridays one time. He was like, no, it was twice because he took you by himself before. And I was just like, you know what? Like, I don't know what y'all are trying. Mind you, Ditzy not saying nothing because she ain't got to. Like I said, I brought her here. I got her in the situation, and I'm very vocal. Like, so I'm just like, y'all, I don't know what y'all on, but nobody's here for that. And he was like, come on, baby girl, calm down, calm down. You know, I got you. But eventually, I'm going to need some of that. And I said, come on, Ditzy. Like when he said eventually, I'm going to need some of that, come on, Ditzy. When I tell you I had wing bones and pizza crust, I ain't really throw it, but it was sitting on my lap, and I just let that thing fall on the floor. Come on, Ditsy, we out of here. He like, hold on. Where you going? Where you going? I did not say another word to that man. Ditsy still sitting down. I grabbed her hand. I flung her little plate. She still had a piece of pizza left and some wings. I don't care. I flung that plate, and I'm like, come on, like, we're out of here. And they like, oh, you bitch, it's all the same. You always want to get, but when we start talking about giving, then y'all hoes be acting different. Bitch. Like, and y'all know I don't really be cussing on my channel, but that just came out because when he said that, I was just like, who is this man? He never treated me like that. He never acted like he was weird. This is, who said that was Uncle Daddy. I thought it would have came from Hunchback, but Uncle Daddy said that. Like, you bees, all the same. Every time it comes to getting, y'all all down for it, but when it comes to giving, y'all want to leave. Y'all want to act weird. Y'all want to... So when he said that, like I said, I didn't say anything. When he was like, where you going? I didn't say anything. But when he said that, I cussed him out. I'm like, mother effer, you ugly as hell. You would never get me. You stink. You funky. You ain't got no business. You ain't even selling no cars. You don't even have no cars. The office is not even yours. You renting the space. This dirty ass place. Like, I'm going off to the point where now Ditty is grabbing me. Because we was like, okay, so the living room was right here, but it was like the front door was right here where you had to walk up some and then you would get into the living room. So we was in the living room and we was walking out. But then when he said the B word and did all of that, I turned back around and now I'm cussing him smooth out. So Ditty is like, come on, girl, come on. Because now we are in this man's house. Like, they could literally, they're big as hell, at least 300 to 400 pounds. They could really do some damage to us. So she grabbed me and she's just like, come on, it's not worth it. I'm like, I don't even want none of this. I don't even want none of this. Like, your stinking ass house, but I'm still just going off. And he like, F-U-B. That's why you wasn't selling no cars anyway. I'm like, you not selling no cars either. Like, I'm just going off. And Hunchback didn't say nothing because he probably was like, just... because I was giving him so much grace and so much mercy when he was talking crazy, like, when he seen me spaz out, he just shut down. He used to be the loudest person in the room who really not about that work. And he was not about that action. Like, he did not want the wrath of TheBreeze because I was pissed. So, when I went outside, man, when I tell you I kicked his car... It didn't do nothing, but I kicked his car. I'm like, this stupid ass guy's the only car I ever seen. I'm just still going off because I'm pissed. So, Ditsy and me, like I said, we met in the parking lot, but we both drove our own cars to the house. So she like, let's just go back to that parking garage and let's talk before we depart each other. So we go back to the parking garage. I still had like more than a half of thing left over, whatever. So I needed it. I didn't even wait to get to her because it was, like I said, it was about a 2-minute drive. As soon as I got in the car, I sparked it. I had to do my thing because I was just so pissed. Like, I was so freaking pissed. Like, I was pissed.
So freaking pissed.
And here go Uncle Daddy calling me. And I answered the phone. I did. I answered the phone. And he was like, I'm so sorry that I don't know why you snapping like this, but I don't think we could work together. I said, mother effer, I would never want to work with you ever again. You ain't even got no business about yourself. Hung up the phone. Because what? What, you calling me to tell me that we can't work together? What? Like, I was just so fathomed. I should not have answered that phone, but I couldn't help it. I was still fuming. Like, I could not help it. So I met Ditsy, and she just like, girl, like, those dudes, I know that you said they was a little weird, but what the heck just happened? I'm like, girl, never have I ever, like, yes, he did, like, grab my butt when he hugged me, but that was the worst thing that they did, but never was they talking about, like, now when he did say like, oh, I need some assistance, but he didn't go talk about my hand hurt and this and that. Like, I kind of knew what he was talking about, but at the same time, like, never has he been so bold. Mind you, that was my first time meeting him, so this was my second time meeting him. But when it comes to Uncle Daddy, like, never has he even like came out of his mouth crazy like that. So I'm just like, girl, I promise you, I'm so sorry. Like, you know, I'll give you $20 for your time. And she like, no, you ain't got to give me nothing. Like, just if you got a little extra tree. And I did have a little extra tree, so I gave her some tree or whatever. So I'm just like, girl, I just cannot believe that. And she was like, yeah, that's why I just grabbed you, because you was getting hot. And I just did not want the men to do anything to us because they was super duper weird. And I'm like, super duper weird. Like, it was just giving very much, you was using this plot of you needing an assistant or you needing a salesperson to try to get somebody for money. Like, that's what you wanted. That's why you was telling me that story about being your sugar baby and this. That's why you was doing all of that. So y'all, I didn't get off of Craigslist. I got one more Craigslist story. And it's like, after that, I was done with Craigslist. I'm like, Craigslist won't see me ever again. Craig who? Craig what? Because I'm going through too much traumatic distress with all this Craigslist activity. I can't do it. But yeah, y'all. This is the end of the video. Please, again, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye.